Hello, welcome to the Two Chicks Homestead podcast. We are the two chicks. Yay!
Hi, I'm Nate.
And I'm Erin, and we talk about homesteading and living on a small piece of land.
All right, everyone, welcome to episode 82, January 3rd.
2024.
I know, it's here.
It's here.
2023 is officially behind us, and what a hell of a year it's been.
The holidays are over.
Yep, now it's just cold.
Yeah, I don't know if... I think there's been other people that were just not feeling it this holiday season, but I never got there. I'm glad it's over.
Yep. So, it's over, so now it's just cold. I mean, it was 35 today, which is...
not really that cold.
It's been colder. So, but it was a good weekend because we had some nice temperatures and it gave us the opportunity to process a deer out in the garage.
Yeah, so we always say that Christmas is fun to a point, but we always really enjoy New Year's because it's just us and we chill out and we sit around and eat movies, or eat dinner and watch movies. We don't eat movies, but then things got changed around.
Yeah, I got a phone call as the second I finished dinner, like probably not even 5 seconds after I finished eating the last piece of dinner.
Yeah.
To head out to help the neighbor track a deer and bring one home. So he said he tagged out, but he said bring your tags anyway. So I went and helped track a deer and tagged a deer, and we brought one home.
Yeah, so we spent New Year's Day processing venison.
It was a great way to start this year.
It was, because it's one of those things where, so, as if you didn't know, I panic easily. And it was one of those things where it was like, oh my God, our freezers are empty. Like, hello, we just did a whole hog. We have chicken, we have rabbit. I have like 5 million turkeys. So our freezers are not empty. But it was like one of those things where it's like, oh my God, what if we don't get a deer? What if we don't get a deer? And it's like, okay, what if we don't get a deer? Like, it's not the end of the world. We're not going to starve.
Right.
And so, since kind of trying to work on the mindset, things just kind of work out.
Yeah, and that is, if anything, that has been this year.
Yeah.
Where things just work out.
Yeah. Where I'm realizing, okay, there's nothing to panic about. It's just my brain going into normal default setting.
And I think I've told you that a few times. I'm like, just stop panicking. It'll be fine.
I know.
And it's fine.
But telling someone it's fine does not make it fine.
I know. But for everything that has happened this year, all the shitty stuff that has happened this year, it has worked out.
I know.
And not getting a deer is officially the icing on the cake to close out the year.
Yeah.
So we have the deer's process. He's in the freezer. Our huge thanks to our neighbor. I mean, it wouldn't be possible without him.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's great. It was one of the final shotgun seasons. It's officially CWD season right now, and then we have one more in a week and a half.
Yeah.
And then that'll be it for deer. So, but we have deer in the freezer. And we don't necessarily need to go hunting. Right.
And now, again, it's just kind of fun. Like, I know the oldest wants to go squirrel hunting. Well, now it could just be, shoot, let's do it and then cook it up. Like, we don't need to preserve squirrels in our freezer.
I can start playing a little bit of coyote hunting, too, because we got some stuff for that.
Yeah.
So, I know that's not your forte, but...
Yeah, I don't get it, but that's all right.
Gotta help manage the deer population.
Yeah.
And that's by managing the coyote population.
Yeah, I guess.
So, I want more fawns on the ground so we get more deer next year.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was a very busy day. We started about noon, I think.
Yeah.
I had to go in and get the garage cleaned up and get the tables out and get that all set up, and then you and I were out there to probably about 5.
Mm-hmm.
So, And it was like me processing a deer for the first time all over again because I couldn't remember what exactly to do.
But like always, I mean, it's just for us. It's not like we're cooking this for the queen or anything.
Right.
If it looks like shit, it's going to be covered with sauce and whatever anyway. So
if the cuts get messed up, it's going in the canner.
Right.
So, but we got a ton of roasts. We actually tonight for dinner had heart.
Yeah. So I'm in some hunting groups, and I keep seeing people post heart, and it's like, you know what? We got to try it. So I think I mentioned it to our neighbor, like, next time you get one, can you save me the heart? Mm-hmm. And so you grabbed 2 of them, and I looked up YouTube videos.
Yeah, Bearded Butcher again to the rescue.
Yeah. And it was delicious.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know what seasoning you used on that, but that was good.
It was Renegade Butcher.
Okay.
So hopefully we can get more one of these days. But that was good.
It was very good. It was nice and tender, actually.
It was super good.
So I was kind of surprised that we were thinking the deer that we got were about 2 years old.
Yeah.
So they weren't old animals where they're a little tougher here and there. But
yeah, it's my second time doing a heart. The first time was a beef heart, which is massive.
Yeah.
This was super easy. I mean, I had to watch the video once and got the cuts down and sauteed it just in butter and the seasoning, and we had it with mashed potatoes.
Yeah, nice and simple meal, and there isn't anything left, and even the oldest got involved. So
yeah, it's really, really interesting watching your kid just sit there with a fork and a deer heart on the end of it, just like gnawing.
Yeah.
Like it's
a mental thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our oldest does not use a knife for anything.
No. Which is fine.
She stabs that chunk of meat and just eats it off the fork.
Yep.
So that's how she does it. She has never used a knife. We'll cut it up, and she'll usually fly through it to the point where you and I don't even get to eat before she's ready for more. So we just let her have it, and she figures it out.
Yep.
So, but yeah, it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
So the cat got a little bit, 3-legged cat.
Yes.
He got a piece or 2, and he was pretty happy with that because he's always begging for stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where it's like, just trying something new, and it's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think she came back 3 times to get more pieces.
Yeah.
So, I know I'm full. You're full.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was 2 hearts, cooked up, sauteed. Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll have to remember that next time the neighbor goes down for deer camp. Maybe we can get some more.
Yeah.
Have everybody save them for us if they can.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much that.
Yeah, and then we got 8 quarts and 8 pints of
trimmings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the canner.
Yep.
So I did half of those today and half of them.
Yep, we got all the back straps, and I actually cleaned the back straps, like properly cut them up this time.
Yeah.
So you're not messing around with it when we're going to cut it, going to make it down the road.
Yeah.
Because I routinely don't remember to ever do that.
Well, it's one of those things, when you only do it once in a while. I mean, I get it.
Right. So this is probably only my 3rd deer that I've processed, which is not many, and it's usually every other year. Mm-hmm. So I've been hunting for 6 years. I shot one my first year with the neighbor, and that was a little tiny bald buck. And then went a year without it, and then shot the big guy, and then went a year without it. Pretty much. I mean, it's a year into this year, and now here we are, early 2024, and I can process it. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's done.
Yeah. So we're going into a new year. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be kind of we have no idea how this is going to be. But we've been talking, like, with homesteading, how it used to be, like, what can I do next? Mm. Like, what can I learn? I need all the knowledge. I want to do all the things. Right. We'd go to places and come home and be like, oh my God, I got 10 things I want to do. And it's gotten to where we're just streamlining things now, where there's not as many things that we need to do, you know, as far as like...
Right. Our property only supports so much stuff.
Right.
You know, if we had 5 or 10 acres, you know, even 3 acres.
My brain also only supports so much stuff.
But if we had room to have different stuff and we could actually have it, we would do it. But at this point, we can only talk about so much stuff that we have on our property because that's all we can do.
Yeah. And I was talking to somebody, so I'm in, like, you know, there's the homesteading community, and then I'm in the writing community, which are like super, super opposite views.
One is hard right and one is hard left.
Which is not a big deal. I mean,
No.
I'm not in it for the politics anywhere. But yeah, it's been super interesting to like have both feet in like 2 different pieces of water. I don't know, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was saying on Threads in the writing community that I'm trying to balance out my homesteading and writing life. And someone was like, well, what is there to balance? Isn't homesteading just how you live? And it really made me think, like, yeah, it is. Like, this is just normal. Like, it's not... It's almost like... Not boring, but just everyday life.
Right.
And to, like, try and talk about everyday life feels boring, almost.
Right. Like, but I mean, like today, my day today was I was setting in a rifle and you were at home working on canning stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And it's like I got to where I was like, I never posted about this. Like, I'm just doing it because it's just what I'm doing. So it's almost like I'm having a mental shift on what is there that's exciting and new. And now it's kind of like this is just our normal everyday life.
Right.
Like I'm making it bigger than it is.
Yeah. And some of it, I think, it goes back to, you know, we'll have rabbits every once in a while. We'll have failures every once in a while. And it's like, how many times can we say, there's no kits this week because we had a failure?
Right.
Or there's 10 kits out there because something worked.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're trying to figure that stuff out because that's reality with us. Is not everything goes right that we are trying to do. So you and I look stuff up. We get help from others. And then we try and bring that to you.
Yeah.
But that's not every week we can do that.
Right.
So, and I think it's very, very interesting where I think we have more gone down the, here's our life in the week. And I think we've been doing that for a while.
Yeah.
You know, I think it seems to interest everybody because we still see the numbers.
Yeah, and I know Farmer's Kind of Life, Amy posted something this week about being a homesteader doesn't mean that this is all we think about. Like, we are still human beings with hobbies and likes and, you know, other things that we do. Homesteading is just one of those things.
It's the bigger umbrella for everything else.
It's the community that we found the biggest. And even that sometimes feels like we're going against something. Like, it's trying to find where we fit in the homesteading community because we don't seem to do the same things.
Yeah, and we've always had issues with that, even in the pagan community, where it's that community is a hot mess.
Yeah,
9 times out of 10,
and we're not in it really anymore.
when we were, it was
Yeah.
a hot mess, and there was a ton of infighting, and we were just done with it.
Yeah.
This community's not really that. There's still a lot of camaraderie, and a lot of people who are willing to help you out, which is, I think, a big plus.
Yeah, I think it's just where I've gotten is I feel like sometimes there's competing, like beating of chests, and I do this, and I do this, but I do it this way, this is better.
Yeah.
Because I learned it from this person who's better. And I just can't get into it.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. There's the other side of it is there's different ways to skin a cat. And not everybody's the right way to do it, but eventually you end up with a skinned cat.
Yeah.
So do whatever works. And talk about it.
Yeah.
And I think that's more or less going to be the route we're going to take from now on. And we're going to just talk about life.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of people that are craving just that realness. I mean, I follow a lot of homesteading pages that just post really pretty pictures. And I wonder, like, how many people did it take to make that pretty picture just to
Right.
make it a pretty picture?
Right. Oh, I mean, it's... Yeah, you have the Instagram homesteads, and then you have Sunstone, who is... She'll tell you how it is.
Yeah.
Like, flat out Sunstone, Rabbitry, and... Is it...
I can't remember.
God, I'll have to look... We'll have to look it up,
Yeah.
but if you follow her... Is it Ezra? Or Eliza? Eliza. She posts some awesome stuff, and there are definitely some posts up that are zero fucks to give.
Yeah. Sunstone, Orchard, and Rabbitry.
Okay. So, I think she's out of Vermont, if I remember. And she throws some, whatever floats her boat goes
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, and I have been trying to do that, like, and it feels really freeing because I think we put ourselves in a mold. We do that to ourselves. Like, we have a homesteading podcast and a homesteading page, and oh my god, I just posted about something that's not homesteading. I'm going to lose all my followers.
Right.
But it hasn't. It's only grown.
Well, I mean, there's going to be a point where I'm going to be posting a video of me shooting a coyote. But
Well, I don't know if Facebook will like that, but I mean, there's that you have to think about. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if what I posted with the heart is going to be too much for Facebook. Like, I don't know. But
I don't think so. I think the amount of reels that are on Facebook of people coyote hunting
Yeah.
will blow your mind.
Yeah.
And it's all thermal. So
Yeah.
I have a night vision scope, and it does record, so there may be some videos coming up.
Yeah.
It all depends. So I mean, it's going to be random stuff, but we also have the 2 pages to work off of. We have the Homestead Ham Radio, and we have, which I do need to get a little bit more active and start posting some Homestead or Ham Radio stuff. And then we have the main page, which really, I think anything we do kind of flies on there.
I mean, really, we talk about homesteading and living on a small piece of land. So I think we're still doing okay.
Absolutely.
And I think I try to remind myself that if I'm feeling this stuff, then at least maybe one other person out there is feeling this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And if you are, send us an email. Let us know, because we want to hear about this stuff.
Yeah.
And the easiest way to get a hold of us is either find us in the Telegram group, and that's down in the show notes, or you can email us direct at info@twochickshomestead.com. And that link will be down there in the show notes as well.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to get a hold of us, and let us know. We want to hear what you guys are doing, and if it matches up.
Yeah.
So...
And I mean, I still love hearing about what people are doing on their homestead. Like, I will always try and, be supportive and just, I mean, I think it's awesome when people are, like, improving things that they're doing. So it's not like I don't care anymore. It's just different.
Yeah, absolutely. So...
And it's still finding the community. Because I was talking to someone, and I said something, and she was like, "Why are we like this?" And I said, if we weren't sometimes mentally unstable, we would have no reason to reach out to somebody else and connect with that person and find that community to help us in that moment.
Yeah.
If we were all just so awesome that we didn't need anybody, nobody would be here in this community. We would all just be doing our own thing because we're awesome and perfect, and that's not how it is.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that's awesome and perfect.
But I mean, I think that's,
yeah,
why else are we seeking out this community to otherwise lift each other up?
Yeah, and it's the only way we're going to learn.
Yep.
So, I mean, I know, I think the biggest project we have coming up this year is a composting toilet.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to open up a lot of stuff.
Yes. And that will open up the ability to have more events here because we're not spending the money on porta potties.
And it's not like pre-planning. I want to be able to like, hey, let's do a potluck. Hey, let's do bring stuff that you sell or whatever. Just that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Once a month, come say hi, hang out, and we try and build a better community.
Yeah.
And I think that will be better than spending $400 every time we want to do something to rent the porta potty.
It's gotten super ridiculous. So,
but yeah, that's our. That's kind of really our plan this year's.
It's feels so small, but yet it's going to be huge to us.
Absolutely, and I mean we've already got to go ahead with the neighbor that we'll be able to use down by the pond.
Yeah. I mean he's wanted one anyway.
Yeah. So his idea of a composting toilet is completely different from our idea from a composting toilet.
Yeah, we need to make sure that we're on the same page.
Yeah, he's talking about running power, and I'm like, dude, we don't even need anything that nice.
Yeah, bucket and shavings.
Exactly. So 4 walls, a clear roof, a smoked clear roof.
Yeah. So we kind of have an idea because we've seen them, but if anyone has plans of ones that they have built and love, please send it somehow to us.
Yeah, email it to us, same email, info@twochickshomestead.com.
Yep.
Or drop it in a Telegram or shoot it to us in a Facebook message.
Yeah, because I think, the spring, kind of want to start collecting
plans and figure it out. And I'll get with Tim and look at his one. Or at least... I
know Carrie has one. And
yep, Carrie's got one. Nicole's got one. There's one at base camp for LFTN. So, plenty of people have built them. I know there's one at SOE.
Yeah. I've never been in the one in SOE.
That thing's like a Cadillac.
It looks huge.
So, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to be that nice, but...
Yeah, I don't think so.
But yeah, that's definitely our big project for this year.
Yeah.
So, nothing too major. Last year was the rabbits, and we added some more chickens.
Yeah.
But I think this year's going to be kind of rolling with it.
Yeah, this year's going to be more, less physical things, I think, and more...
mental and...
Yeah. Soul-filling...
Yeah, absolutely.
Things.
Find stuff where we can have fun and get back on track.
Yeah.
Because we worried about a lot of stuff last year, and it didn't do us any good.
Yeah, I know.
So, it just... worked.
It's just how I am.
So, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to this year.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fun.
Yes.
We're going to have fun.
I know.
We are.
Yep. Maybe I'll get published this year.
Yeah, and I've told you that many times already. I will pay for whatever it takes.
I know. It's chugging along.
We just got to get the kids to leave you alone for a while. And
that doesn't happen.
Get the book finished so we can send it off to an editor.
At least the one who always wants to be snuggled up to me when I'm typing can't read yet. That's one of the saving graces.
That is true. So, I mean, the oldest is starting to read.
Oh, she reads really good.
I know. But there's a lot of big words
but who doesn't?
Yeah.
I mean, I pronounced Penelope as Penelope for a long time because I only read it in a book and had no idea how to say Penelope.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. And chasm.
Yes, I said chasm instead of chasm. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
And the big argument with all of us is Willies or Willis.
Yeah. So we have a book that's really good by Jonathan Bean, Building My Home.
Yeah.
And actually,
Our Home. Yeah.
Building Our Home. And actually the other one, My Home, My School, is like one of our favorites. It's all about homeschooling.
Yep.
And I just found it on a whim, and then we found the other one. And yeah, one of the things says that the dad starts up his Willis, Willys truck. Mm-hmm. And I'm reading it, and I said Willis, because I'm like, Willys, that sounds really dumb.
Yeah.
And then you read it, and you go, Willys, and I'm like, oh my God. And so my oldest is like, Mom, you said it wrong. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And then we did discover that it has two different pronunciations.
Yes, there are two different pronunciations. So Willys, this is the old Willys Jeeps.
Okay.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So everybody is clear what we are talking about. The Willys Jeeps, the founder of the company, his last name was pronounced Willies.
Okay.
Or Willis, sorry. It was Willis. Everybody in the factory that built these trucks way back when, they were nicknamed Willies.
Okay.
So, that's the conundrum.
So yeah, I felt better, because I always said it, and I felt weird saying Willies. I don't know, it just doesn't roll off my tongue.
So which way do you pronounce it? Let's hear about that one.
Yeah.
Who's right, who's wrong?
Yeah, well, I mean, neither of us.
Exactly.
But what is the majority?
Yeah. So that'd be fun.
Yeah, but it's a really good book.
Yeah. So if you guys have little kids and are looking for those, we'll have to...
we'll post them.
We'll throw them in the show notes or something. I'm sure we can find them on Amazon.
Yep.
So, but yeah, those are both really good books.
Mm-hmm.
We like them.
Yeah.
So, I think that's pretty much it for this week.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
25% off everything in the Etsy shop this month. Not on the website, just the Etsy shop.
All right.
I think I've got everything stocked in there.
Cool. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
See you on the homestead, where something is always growing, eating, or cooking.